Hello, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us. This is the live streaming for benefits of meditation, and I have Eliza with me. She is a certified meditation teacher. So, welcome, Eliza, on our channel.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for having with thanks for coming with us, Lisa. And this live streaming is just basically based on the benefits of meditation, Q&A, and how it can help you guys. So I will start up with sharing some my back story, that how I ever started the meditation a few years back. So back in like 2 years ago, myself and my wife little bit having some issues with sleep management. So we were studying what's going on, how what we can do. So we come up with this meditation, some brochure or some online research we did, and we started the meditation, just a baby step. We started meditation with the step by step, like some aroma therapies and some few things, that the background music, we downloaded the music before go to the bed, we listen to it, and that really helped. And then we started more into it. So after that, we had very good sleep, and since then we are having some. We have seen some improvement in our sleep management, so that really helped myself and my wife actually. So since then, we continued doing that, and we will for sure continue doing that. Like back in Q4 last year, I was talking to my wife, and then we thought that let's spread these words, and let's spread what we are doing, what we have done, how it benefits to us. Let's spread the word, and maybe if we can help one person, that is an achievement. So that's how we started our YouTube channel, and then we started our Instagram and Facebook page to let the people know who are just suffering what we had a couple of years ago, and how this meditation method benefited us. So that's how we started, and this is the whole idea of this channel and this live streaming, to bring on board some experts who can talk more specifically about the meditation, and then help people to do what could be helpful to them. So, having said that, stay with us. So few things, more interesting things are coming up. So Eliza will talk about her journey. She will talk about the benefits of meditation. She has awesome stuff going on her Instagram page. Please feel free to follow her. She has a website as well. So I will put all her links in the description below, where you can watch and follow her. She has some one-on-one classes and group classes as well. So let's see. And thanks, Eliza, once again. And just over to you. Go ahead.
I want to say thanks for having me here. And you're absolutely right. Meditation should be shared and experienced for all, but it's not just sleeping or like benefits of sleep. It actually benefits so much, but I'll get into that a little bit later. I wanted to start by saying that I'm Eliza. I'm an Australian qualified meditation teacher, and I've always been interested in psychology and brain development. As I was growing up, I studied early childhood education and parts of psychology, and I just found it very interesting of how our subconscious and our conscious really do, in ways, hold us back and that kind of stuff. So it was probably roughly around 2018. I started just following a lot of mental health kind of brain development on social media, and they would always stress the importance of meditation. So that's when I started doing more of my personal practice, and I found it really, really enjoyable. I got a lot out of it. I started seeing improvements on my mood, better sleep quality, and just I found it very validating at times when life can be so invalidating. And sometimes now I'll sit down and I'll use meditation to, well, in multiple ways, but like I like to center and sit still for a minute just so I know what I want, what I'm thinking, what my needs are, because in this day and age, it's so easy to have everybody else's opinion come at you. So it's nice to just have that moment of stillness and inner reflection. And that's where it starts to come in handy or hard for some people, as people seem to think that when meditating, all you need to do is just sit and it's done. But it's more of a consistent practice. It's something that, consider it like going to the gym. It's something that you should be working on every day, or have quite a structured routine, maybe a couple of times a week, that you consistently do. You show up, you do it, because that's where it becomes beneficial. If you do a 20-minute meditation once a year, better than nothing, but you'll find that even a 2-minute meditation a couple of times during the week, or even a couple of times during your day, will benefit you a lot more. So when I first started, what really helped me meditate was adding some mantras or some affirmations. I would sit, center my space, maybe put some nice calming music on, and I would just reaffirm some beliefs that over life, just you seem to forget, or other people seem to put their opinions on you too. So I would sit there and just breathe deep and say, I am worthy, I am loved, just I'm capable of change, I can do anything I set my mind to. Those kind of affirmations really helped. And so I incorporated those into my meditation practice. Because when I first started doing meditation, I must admit I would struggle with it, because I would sit there and go, I can't stop my thoughts. Like, I thought the whole point of meditation was just to sit there, be still, like a Zen monk sitting in the middle of Thailand somewhere, which is absolutely great. But I found that stopping your thoughts can actually make it a lot more difficult. It bring up a lot more resistance, and I just sit there swimming in my own thoughts. So there was times where I then brought in a guided meditation from, you can find them on multiple apps or YouTube, or work alongside with teachers. And they will also help you as you get to tune into their words rather than focusing on yours. And then after a while, I still obviously do all those practices as well, but I've started teaching, started learning, and then started like just incorporating what I meant, like my own meditation practice and what I wanted from that, what I needed from that. And so at the moment, what I'm very focused on is silent meditation, and just being aware of my thoughts come through, letting them pass, not really trying to attach to them. And if anything does become too heavy or too traumatic or anything like that, I also know that I can start incorporating some movement as well, because people have this idea that, again, meditation, you sit there silently, which is great, but you can also add in some movement. You can do a mindful walk meditation where you're walking and you're mindful of the colors, the smells, the sounds, even being mindful of what is actually running through your head. So there's lots of different levels and complexities when it comes to meditation. But what I found really beneficial is when thoughts are distracting you in your meditation practice, start visualizing the thoughts come through as words. the thoughts come through as words in more of like a cloud situation, and then let them just float on out. You don't necessarily need to attach to them, because our brains, especially our subconscious, will usually keep repeating something over and over and over again until we do something different. And that is where meditation can really help, because through your moments of stillness, through moments of peace and inner reflection, you can actually start to notice how you feel and notice how your body reacts to certain things in the moment. So from there, you'll be able to, with that awareness, either repeat or evolve. So that's where meditation really does help. So with consistency in your practice, it'll allow these emotions, feelings, everything to rise, and you'll have less of attachment to them. So you'll let them float away, or you'll just say, it's just a thought, it's just a thought. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true, because we are more than our thoughts, and we are more than our emotions. We're more than our jobs. We're more than our families. Like, although those things shape us and may affect us, we are still more than those. So it's really nice to remember that as well. Because with our emotions, we actually only feel them for 90 seconds. So if you're feeling angry, through a meditation practice, you're more likely to let that come and go. Or if you're feeling sad, it'll come and go, rather than attaching to it, because you have trained your brain not to. And that is where consistency comes in. And that is why it's important to have more of a routine practice rather than a once-off meditation practice. Because in those moments, you'll be able to notice how your body feels. You'll be able to notice the actual feeling you're feeling, notice any thoughts or old rumination or old beliefs that might be popping through. And through that moment, you'll be able to recognize and make changes if you needed to. So once awareness hits, you can repeat or evolve. But meditation is also used to validate one's own experience. There's been, especially in my life, I can't speak for everyone, but there's been like special times where I've gone up to somebody and told them what I think, how I feel, and in a way they potentially gaslight me, in a way, invalidating my experience because it's something that they haven't experienced or they're not currently feeling at the same time. So they're not really able to connect on that kind of level. And that's why meditation allows me to center back into myself and go, okay, but what do I feel? What do I need? And what do I want from this experience? And through that, I then can make changes in my daily life. Because with meditation, it brings the subconscious and the conscious together. So our brains have different brain waves. You've got the beta, the alpha, the theta, and they're all used in your meditation. So consider your beta more your thinking mind. So that's when you're actually thinking. But with your alpha and your theta, that's more like your theta is more like your subconscious, and your alpha is more like the bridging gap that can bring your subconscious to your conscious. And so through meditation, you can strengthen that and allow that road to start thickening up. And once you do it time and time and time again, it becomes second nature. Again, this is with a consistent practice. It doesn't just happen overnight. Considering it's the same as like bodybuilding or working out your physical body, you're working out your mind instead. So this does come through with time. But with meditation as well, you will also start to feel little things just improving. So as you mentioned earlier, you might have a better restful sleep. You might have a better mood, overall, a general mood, or like vibration, as we call them. You may find that you can breathe a little bit easier. If a lot of your meditations are focused around breath work, it's technically strengthening your lungs and your breath, and it's going to take you out of those anxious, stressful times where we're very shallow chest deep breathing. I really love the benefits of meditation and all types of meditation, whether that's guided, silent, walking, movement. Meditation is just great because at the end of the day, it's what you want and what you need in those moments. So our brains are always constantly learning, taking things in, especially on a subconscious level. I like to think of our brains as Siri, like she's in the house, like, and she's always listening, but it's only once you say, "Hey Siri, can you do something for me?" that you actually really notice that she's there, right? But we need to be more mindful that everything we do, we are consuming, whether that's eating and drinking, obviously our food, but also what we watch on television, what we listen to on the news, what we hear, music, all that kind of stuff. It does eventually come into our subconscious, and then eventually that does affect the conscious. So if you can strengthen your your alpha and your theta to thicken up, and you can be more mindful of what you are actually allowing into your conscious, and what you're allowing into your conscious, and then through the channels into your subconscious. So at some stage, we need to start filtering out what we do and don't want, because otherwise you'll just end up repeating the same problems or the same issues over and over again. So the benefits of meditation, so many great benefits. Like I said, it can strengthen your body and your relationship to your body. So if you're doing a body scan meditation, for example, a body scan meditation is where you lay there and you just do a few deep breaths, get yourself centered, and then scan your body. So you might start from the feet and then work your way up to the head, just noticing what different parts of your body feels like, if there's any tension or stress that is holding. And then through that body scan meditation, then you can go, okay, well, maybe I need to incorporate some more stretching. Maybe I need to release this tension somehow. Maybe I need to go to the chiropractor or a physio. And through that, you'll be able to level up and change. So I'm not sure if we wanted to start taking some questions or anything.
Yeah. There are some questions. So it is in two folds. The people have already submitted us the question through my Instagram. They have texted me their question and apologized that they were busy. So that's totally fine, understandable. And just to let you know, guys, this video will be uploaded on my YouTube channel, and I will post the link on Eliza's Instagram and my Instagram as well, so that anyone can go back and listen this live recording. So I'm saving this recording, so this will be reposted by tomorrow morning. There are some questions, so I'm excited. There are a couple of people here that who has joined us, Eliza actually, and they are listening to you live and listening to us live, and they are asking the question. So I will read through. There are a couple of questions. So I'll read through the live chat here. So first question is from the guy named Salman. Hey, what is the best time to do meditation and place? Basically, he wanted to know, is there any particular time to do the meditation? Early morning, afternoon, before going to the bed, that kind of thing. And is there any specific place, way to do meditation? So over to you.
Okay, so the best time to do meditation is when it is best for you, because as I was saying, this should be a practice that needs to be cultivated and practiced over time. It really should come down to a routine situation. So if 12 o'clock in the afternoon, or like 1 p.m. in the afternoon is the only time you can meditate, I would take that any time of the week. But preferably, if you can, I would encourage either a morning practice or a night practice in between 20 to 30 minutes before bed. So, in the first 20 to 30 minutes of waking, our brains are still waking up themselves. So, they're still using, because we come out of our subconscious, our dreamlike state, we're still using the theta and the alpha in those first 20 to 30 minutes of waking. And that is when you'll find the most benefits come through. Again, right before bed, we start shutting off our brain and ending into a sleep state. So if you could also incorporate maybe a body scan or a gentle breathing meditation right before bed, you'll also find that extremely beneficial too, because that will allow you to go into your sleep state a lot more calmer, with less anxiety, all that kind of stuff too. So you will find yourself with a better, more restful night's sleep. But I wouldn't say that there's a perfect place to meditate. Obviously, this can change depending on the user as well. I love to meditate outside on the beach, near a river, listening to nature. But that might not necessarily work for you, especially if we live in big cities and all that kind of stuff. But the best place would probably be somewhere quiet, somewhere that you feel safe, and somewhere that, yeah, you're where you know you're not really going to get interrupted. I wouldn't look, there's times where like you can listen to meditation tracks when you're driving, because your subconscious, like Siri, she's always listening. She will take it in on a subconscious level. But that being said, I would not recommend that, because if it's a visualization meditation and you're encouraged to close your eyes and sit there and actually visualize things, you don't necessarily want to be driving. But yeah, I would say the best time probably morning, or right before waking, right before going to sleep, and anywhere and everywhere that you can feel safe.
Okay, yeah, no, that's right, and I believe that every person is different,
Yes.
and guys, just feel free to try at different time, different places, and find yourself, find your inner peace, and find out where you get the most out of it, right? Sometimes some people's I've seen they do early morning meditation, right?
Mhm.
So find yourself, find your body need, look in through your brain and mind and soul, and then go from there.
Yeah, it should really come down to the user, what works best for you.
Yeah,
And if you don't have time to do a 20-minute meditation right before you wake up, or a 20-minute meditation right before you go to bed because we're overworked, you're a parent, there's things to do, you can always just find little moments throughout the day.
yeah,
So what's really helped me is every time I wash my hands or brush my teeth, I actively am mindful in that moment. What does the water and the dish soap feel like on my hands? How does my skin feel? What am I thinking? And although those are small 2-minute practices, it really does allow me to be mindful in moments that I wouldn't necessarily be mindful in. And through that, it strengthens it so I can be mindful maybe when I'm cooking dinner or when I'm driving. So it's those little moments that start adding up to big ones.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So that's a good one. Thanks for your great into it, Lisa. Appreciate it. And we are just like bombarded with the questions, and so I'm so excited that people are taking advantage of this live event, and they are learning. People are saying this is so helpful. The people are saying thank you very much, and they want their answer my question. So okay, yeah. So here you go. So we are in Q&A, guys. Keep sending us the question, and we'll try our best in this short period of time to answer all your questions. So the next question is from, I hope I read this name right, Minahil. What are the top five benefits of meditations? You wanted to know, is there any one, two, three, five top pick, Eliza?
Okay, so top five: better sleep quality, better your mood will improve, especially over time. So you might find you'll still get angry, you might still get depressed, and you'll still get sad. No one's taking those feelings away from you, and meditation definitely won't. But meditation might be able to let you sit in those moments and those feelings with less judgment and less internal reaction to yourself. So it enhances mood, great for sleep. It reprograms your nervous system as well. So we have two sides of our nervous system. We have a parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest. So when we're calming down and, ready for bed, just happy kind of thing. Or you've got your sympathetic nervous system, and that's when we're in fight and flight. That's when we may be exercising, when we're go, go, go. So through meditation, you can strengthen both of those as well. And it also strengthens your vaginal tone, and your vagus nerve, which is basically the nerve that connects your brain to the rest of your body. It's very interesting if you've ever seen it. I must admit I don't have a display here with me, but usually it's one big vein, basically, or one big nerve, and then a lot of little nerves fall off it. And that's your main one that usually goes down your spine, through your head. And when that's like worked on and improved, and your vaginal tone starts getting stronger, you're able to come in and out of your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous systems a lot more easier, a lot more fluidly, and when you need to. And then, so you've got better sleep quality, better mood, better nervous system regulation. It also encourages a better relationship with yourself. As I was saying, you get to start validating your own experiences. You get to start noticing where you want to change in life and bringing certain things and awareness up. And then through that, it also allows you to gain extra community or friends and family that may want to be a part of this as well. So it really does start affecting more areas in your life than just your sleep. But it really is great.
Okay, thanks. Next question I have from Reem. She wanted to know how long should we practice for it to become a routine for us. I think she wanted to get into that after how many iteration or how much time of practice that meditation will become their routine.
Well, it depends, because everyone's a little bit different and everyone's brains are a little bit different too. So it depends if you're coming through with a more, let's say, if you've been abused as a child, or you've had more of a horrific upbringing from war or poverty, slavery, you might find yourself taking a longer time because there's more old beliefs that you need to reprogram, things that you were never taught or learnt in the first place. So it really depends on the user. Like I said, if you can incorporate even just a 5-minute meditation and just do that once a day, you will get a lot further than a 20-minute meditation once a week. But it really does fall down to how much time the person has, and what their routine actually looks like, which is why it's great to incorporate mindfulness when you are doing normal things like brushing your teeth or washing your hands, because then through those little practices, that will allow your meditation routine to be more consistent.
Yeah.
And then from that, over time, you'll start noticing like a negative thought will come through saying, I'm not good enough or I'm unloved. And you'll be able to be like, no, I am, because I have been practicing reaffirming my mantras, reaffirming my beliefs, whatever it is. And over time, you'll be able to respond the way you want to more quickly.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Absolutely. It's all about listening yourself, your mind, body, and your soul. So that's all
100%.
about it. Yeah, yeah. So another one question. This is from the person name is not appearing. It says AA. So thanks for joining us. The question is, how can we keep up with the meditation when we are not feeling motivated? So that's a good one. And
It,
people go
it
through all of these anxiety and those things, right? They are not motivated. So how to get motivated and continue meditation? I think that's the question.
Yes, okay, that is a great question. Just ultimately knowing that sometimes in life we will come up against resistance, or like, I just really don't want to do it today. I really don't want to do it today. And that's where a strong meditation practice will allow you to try different things. So if you're used to sitting down every day, sitting down like this, listening to a guided meditation, which is great. Maybe you can switch up your meditation routine by going for a mindful walk instead. So if you do have different meditation styles that you can lean on in these times of resistance, you'll be able to find that you can incorporate these in different ways when you actually really need to. And yeah, it'll just become more of a mind, body, spirit kind of circle. Okay, well, I can't sit down today because I'm anxious, or I've got a lot of, energy in me and I really want to get it out and I can't stop my thoughts. So maybe I'll go for a mindful run. Maybe I'll jump in the shower and just visualize all the stress of the day coming off. Maybe I will go wash my hands or brush my teeth and just remind myself things happen. And like, there's some things I can't control, there's some things I can, but today was a day and tomorrow we get to start again. Also, that is another great thing with resistance and motivation. Don't be mean to yourself if you do miss a day, because once you're mean to yourself, you're less likely going to do it again. Like, you put more of those walls up. So celebrate your wins. When you do have a 5-minute meditation, or when you do have a 20-minute meditation, celebrate that, because you showed up.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah. That's a good one. So celebrate your achievement, no matter if it is big, medium, small, very little. That will gain your motivation, and if you are motivated, then you will continue doing that. So it's
100,
all comes to your inner peace. So where you find doing whatever that brings your inner peace, and I think that is the win-win story. So thank you for that. There is another question. The name is appearing here is King Wolfie. Thank you very much. He's saying I will definitely try meditation, and he wanted to know, is there any time that 15-30 minutes a day or any time set? I think you talk about in your opening speech, and if you can shed some light a little bit on this one. So he wanted to know, is there any time limit that 15 minutes should be enough, or should we do 15 to 30 minutes, 10 minutes? So what do you think about that?
Like I said, I will try to, me personally, I would try to do maybe like a 5-10 minute meditation, something that I know that I can actually achieve. because I don't want to sign myself up for an hour-long meditation, miss it, or only do half of it, and then start hating myself because I didn't get to finish it. So that's where it should really fall down into the user, because, like I said, a 2-minute meditation is a lot more beneficial than a meditation that's only been done once. But that being said, the most beneficial time for our brains to actually really take it in, to slow down and all that stuff, is usually around 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But this can be done in so many ways. You don't need to necessarily sit down silently for 20 minutes. You can find a beautiful music track. You can follow a guided meditation. You can sit down silently for 10 minutes and then maybe 10 minutes later go for a mindful walk and incorporate more avenues down that way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's for sure. So I would suggest that don't go full blown 15, 20, 30 minutes on your day one. Try
Yes.
to gain that momentum. Start with, like Eliza, you correctly mentioned, try with 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. Uh, Try with the time period that you do not lose the interest. Take a baby
Baby
step,
steps.
and
Baby
just
steps. Yeah.
it's like climbing the stairs. You see your destiny. All you need to climb up. That's it.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Because if you start running up those stairs, you're never going to make it,
no,
because you're going to need a
absolutely.
break and you're
Yeah.
going to fall down and you're going to get hot and sweaty. But if you go slowly and take day by day, you get a lot further in the end.
Yeah, yeah. And the questions are keep coming, Eliza. I'm just checking the time. The questions are keep coming. Probably you won't have time to demonstrate the meditation. So this is the last piece of our agenda, which we planned. That Eliza will show the and demonstrate the last 5 minutes in meditation. So we are running out of time. So I probably will leave it to our next live meditation session, that we will start with the meditation and then we will go from there on our next live stream. What do you think, Eliza?
Sounds great. Sounds
Okay,
great. I'd
okay.
love that.
This is the interesting question, and I have a little 30-second story I need to tell you. So first, I'll read the question, and you will, being an expert, you will answer that, and then I will tell you what one of my YouTube followers messaged me other day. So I will read the question. The question is from Azhar, and he's asking, how can we guide little ones age of 3 and 5 years old to practice the meditation? That's a very good one. And on my YouTube channel, I have so many different varieties of meditation music, which as an ambient sound, as a playback sound. So there is one which I have at the black screen, which going at the back, and some meditation music is going on. Waterfall is going on. So this is particularly for the waterfall sound, with the black screen, 10 hour long. You can put it so your room will remain dark while you're listening the sounds of nature. So this mom messaged me and she said, "Thank you very much for sharing this beautiful music." And my 5 year old kid never sleeps without listening this. So he listens every single night to fall asleep. So
And it is. It's beautiful music.
yeah, yeah. Thanks. So that's all about it. So again, I read the questions. The question Azhar is asking, Eliza, to you: how can we guide little ones age of 3 and 5 to practice the meditation?
I would suggest bringing them in with your meditation as well. So maybe you would like to listen to beautiful music right before bed, or even maybe at dinner time or something like that, or on their way to school. But children also have a lot of energy, right? They don't necessarily want to sit down and stay still. So this is where a guided meditation might really come in handy, where someone's literally guiding them through, which is when a teacher or even on YouTube, and one of those apps will sit there and say, now visualize a open body of water. Those are great for young children because young children have great visualization skills. They've got great imaginations. They can do those in those moments. So incorporating them, sitting down alongside maybe before bed or in their nighttime routine, you can incorporate something like that. Also, sitting down and just in moments of like tension or when they have a lot of emotions arise, you can sit them down and say, okay, darling, focus on your breath. In through the nose,
Yeah.
out through
So
the mouth.
I think that our time is up. So this live streaming has some specific time. So guys, otherwise still people are asking the question. So I
We'll,
have noted
we'll have
down
to come
all
back.
the, yeah, I have noted down all the
Mhm.
questions, guys. And thank you so very much for joining us today. And I believe that we will do next time. So we'll address those questions which we didn't address this time. So next time we will address those. So thank you very
And
much. I really appreciate it. And then I will leave all the comments below for Eliza, where you can find all the details about her. You can ask directly questions to her. She has guided meditation class, one-on-one, and a group class as well. Everything is online if you cannot do it in person. She is out from Australia, east side of Australia. So she also does the meditation online as well. So feel free to click the links, and if you like the contents, consider subscribing our channel and get benefited. So stay tuned. My next live event is coming on 22nd of March, and I will do the announcement on my Instagram and my Facebook page. So stay tuned for that, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay.
thank
Thank
you.
you very
Thanks
much.
for being
Thanks.
here.